to the channel, man. Today we're picking back up on the old Colorado. So the goal is to cut the old frame rails off, leaving just the new ones so we can move forward with getting the leaf springs hung. Once the leaf springs are hung, we need to get measurements to be able to start on the rear end, because that guy's not gonna just fit in there anymore. We gotta move the spring perches and everything. So, but in order to do that, we gotta do our last set of gussets that are going from the new cross member that we put in right here back over to the factory frame underneath there. And as you can see, it's a lot harder to get to, but these are also going to be very difficult angles and everything that we need to cut, and trying to figure out the angles and everything. So that's what we're doing today to start off, and I'm going to try to make something that's going to make it a little easier, maybe. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but the idea is I'm going to make a piece of cardboard that mimics the tubing that we're using. So basically 2" by 4" that we can place underneath there, fill in the gaps with tape. I don't know if this is gonna work or not, but this is what I'm gonna try. All right, so this thing is currently too long. Said no guy ever, right?
Brother, what are you doing down here, dude?
Because I set the camera up so it could see me crawl underneath the truck also.
Okay.
Don't worry about my angles, dog. Anyhow, I got this thing made up. So it is a 2x4, and I actually just cut that on the chop saw, and it cut really clean, which I was really stoked about. So anyhow, I need to get underneath there and figure out like the basic length that this thing needs to be, and then we're gonna have to cut it off again. It's gonna have to be slightly shorter, and then we'll fill in the gaps and the angles with tape. That's my theory. Hopefully it works out. We need a lift, Brandon.
Hey, how about this? I hope you sent emails to some companies.
This is some bullshit. Fuck you, Dylan. I know he watches us do this shit and laughs.
Yeah, because he knows we're spoiled when we go over to his shop.
Okay. Alright. I got my mark, but now I just don't remember if I need this side or this side. Oh, it's the side I cut already. That's right.
Want to get up?
You enjoying yourself or what? Right there. There you go, buddy.
No, you want me to hold this right here, brother?
You look like a proud dad at the moment.
I gotta get this thing to stay together a little better.
Yeah, he's adding tape to areas we're gonna cut again.
We're not cutting there.
What do you mean?
This is... You don't understand, Braven.
But I thought we're using this to figure out all the angles and everything, so we don't have to figure it out with a piece of metal.
So whenever I get underneath there, this is gonna end up like doing something like this, and then we have to add tape to where it's gonna meet up, and then the tape is gonna find our angle.
Well, you should have started with that. You didn't tell the video that.
It's exactly what I started with, just you didn't comprehend it without... I have to draw you pictures.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
You have to draw pictures to explain yourself.
Yeah, because I know the people I'm talking to don't understand what I'm saying.
Wow.
I'm not the best at explaining stuff, that's all.
It's okay. Oh yeah.
You know, you really could have ended this clip a long time ago.
No, they want to be here and watch. Gotta get some more content for the ASMR channel. So shh. Ow, fucker. I definitely bent that. Alright, we started making some progress down here. Ugh. We may have gotten a template all made up.
Yeah. Basically, like that.
Yep. There's a whole lot of angles going on here. I don't know if y'all can see all that. But
yeah, and if you guys saw the tape fiasco that we had going on in order to create this template, you guys probably would be saying these guys have no idea what the hell it is they're doing. But you know what? I think we got it kind of figured out. But the real question is going to be is whenever we get it cut out of metal, if it still fits.
Yeah.
I told Braven there might end up being some gaps in places that just kind of needs to be filled in.
Oh, great.
Alrighty, man. That is cardboard meet steel. Ow! Look at you guys. It's just like you're staring at each other in a mirror. Alright, we got these things made. And got the first one cut out. We test fit it, and it fits like, I mean, it fits good.
It's there.
Yeah, it had no gaps, and I don't know. Okay, to be honest, I think it fits really good, but it's not fitting like really good in the exact same spot that we kind of designed it to fit. You have to like move it like a half of an inch, which is fine. It is what it is. It fit and it had no gaps anywhere, so yeah, we mirror imaged that. I have not checked the second one yet, but I mean, the frame is symmetrical from left to right, so the second one should fit. Either way, we're gonna get underneath there and tack them in. Yeah, then just burn them in. Once we get that done, hack off goes the old frame, baby. That's the exciting moment. That's the moment that we've been striving to achieve, man. Look, Braven has his rug head exposed.
Yeah.
I don't have a rug head.
I'm about to cut it all off, so enjoy it while it lasts. It'll be back. Like,
Are you gonna cut it off?
Yeah.
You gonna get a fade?
Oh,
Like short on the top?
no.
No?
Oh, short on top. What am I, joining the military, dog?
Alright, this is the next day, man. We are back out here. So got those bars tacked in there last night, and now we need to kind of make some more room to be able to get in there and actually weld them. We got the truck lifted up, got the frame lifted up higher than what we had it. But now that we did that, our jack stands aren't tall enough to reach the cab in order to raise the cab up. So pretty much we're gonna have to raise the cab up and put some blocks of wood between the frame and the cab to try to get a little bit more height out of it. Braven was just struggling down there last night to even get those things tacked in because it's so tight, you know. Yes, I know, we need a lift. I hear you. Alright, got those things welded in down there. Now before we put the cab back down, we're gonna go ahead and get the frame cut. So this is the big moment, dude, is to cut the old frame off. We went ahead and moved our block and put some jack stands on top of it, so we are supported now by the new frame, because we originally had it underneath this, which it was supported by the old frame. So now we just got to go through and cut all of our welds to all of our support stuff, get this guy back out of here. Yeah, and then the big moment of taking the old hacksaw. Shoom, shoom. Yeah, this came out sick though, dude.
So much work to get to this point.
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot of work.
How close are you?
Alright, pretty close. Whoa! Got my leg there, buddy. Why didn't it move? Bro, I was expecting this big old crash and
I
everything.
think we jacked it up too well.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. There it is. There it is. Alright. Got a bunch of cleanup, all the tack welds and stuff, so I'm gonna go through and get all those knocked down and smoothened out. All right, so this is a set of Calvert Racing mono leaf springs. They did come with the hard aluminum bushings for the front, and they did not come with the hard aluminum bushings for the rear. They actually had these like rubber bushings in there. So Braven pressed those out, and then he had to put the bushings that came with his kit on a lathe at work and actually milled them down to where they are the correct size to actually press these in here now. So it's just better to have to get rid of this deflection, this play that the leaf springs have whenever they have rubber bushings in there. So now there will be aluminum bushings front and back. We need to get these guys pressed in before we can move forward with getting these installed. And this is the basically the traction bar that you guys are familiar with, which would be called like the CalTrack bars. This is kind of the same exact setup, just much larger and beefier. This came with this Funkhauser kit with all the adjustable brackets and everything that we've already welded on the truck. So this right here is his Calvert Racing CalTrack set, and this is the new set. So you can see there's just a big size difference there. These ones are a lot beefier. I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about the Calverts, you know, because that's a good setup, man. I saw somebody in the comments that mentioned Billy the Kid's S10, and I mean, that's what Billy the Kid has on that damn thing. So, I mean, you can't knock the Calverts, but this is Funkhauser's, basically very similar setup. This one has all the adjustment. So, much beefier, heavier duty setup. You also have all the adjustment right there. So anyhow, we got to get these guys, well, these guys just slide onto the front whenever we install the leaf springs on the truck. And these guys need to get pressed in. All right, got the bushings pressed in, and we also got the traction. Dude, I want to call these CalTrack so bad. We got the traction bracket installed. We had to clearance a little bit of the coating that they have on these leaf springs because these were just fitting in there way too tight. You want it to be nice and loose like that. Like it was so tight that these bars right here weren't even coming in contact with the leaf spring. So we had to make a little bit of clearance for that. So anyhow, now these are completely ready, bro. Let's get them on the truck. There it is, leaf springs are in, man. This is gonna be huge so we can pull all of our measurements, get all the measurements we need to start on the rear end like I mentioned earlier. Yeah, dude, there it is. Good Lord. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and put the bed on now also. We're excited to see what it's gonna look like inside of here now that we've gotten all that thing right there out of our damn way. God.
So much space.
Look at all that space for wheels now. Look at all that tire room now.
Dude, so much space.
Look at all that tire room. Now Braven will be able to, like, he couldn't get anywhere close to this ride height right here.
Oh, never.
This ride height right here was unobtainable prior, and honestly he's going to be able to go a lot lower. Anyhow, now that the bed is on, Braven's gonna weld the bed up a little bit. So we notice whenever we're moving this thing around that since we cut it, these two pieces right here that come in contact with one another, they like to kind of open and spread, you know, like whenever we're twisting this thing around. So yeah, it's gonna put a weld down right there just to close that up so it doesn't flex anymore. All right, another thing that I want to mention, because I seen it in the comments, somebody brought up whether we were bringing the cage bars down to the frame, in which, yes, we most certainly are. In order for Braven to get the 8.5 cert, whatever it is, he needs those bars coming down. And no, technically the bed would not be removable then if we still retained this portion right here. So that's the reason why I mentioned in that video that we are going to be revisiting this, the method of attaching the bed to the cab, because we're going to end up losing this piece if we want the bed to be removable, in which we do. So whenever the down bars are done, or before that, whenever we get around to it, we got to revisit this and figure out something else, because we also need this to be here to support his tonneau cover whenever we get to building that. So we'll probably end up having to cut this piece off and attach it to the back of the cab, and then we'll have to figure out a way that each bedside attaches to the cab, which is going to make this thing even more wonky whenever it's off the truck, but it is what it is, man. This thing is starting to come together and look pretty freaking sick, man. Definitely exciting.
A lot of work to get here, that's for sure. It's exciting though.
A lot of work and a lot of paychecks. Stacking up parts.
Those nights I was cuddling with parts.
Yeah.
There's no room in my room anymore.
Yeah, pretty soon you're gonna have your bedroom back.
I know.
And the hallway.
I'm almost there.
All right, today's goal was to complete the back half of this truck, and we did that. I will say there's a few things, of course, that we need to touch up and finalize. I already know I'm gonna see it in the comments, so I'm gonna tell you right now, yes, we do plan on capping off the old frame where we cut it right there. We need to cap that off. There are still a couple of those magic words that I love to say, gussets, that we want to add in. A small one on the bottom here, and a couple small ones up there. Once we get a little bit more weight on this truck, like I mentioned before, we need the slider back here to be sitting at around 60 to 70% back with all the vehicle's weight on it. So these are still just simply tacked in there. We don't know the exact spot where they're gonna live quite yet. We also need to completely center the cab and make sure that the bed is centered and exactly where it needs to be before we drill these holes. So yes, there's still a few things that we need to finalize in order to call this completely finished, but it is officially back halved. And in the next video, we want to make this thing officially a roller once again. So we're gonna begin cracking on the old 9-inch. Braven has a lot of parts that has to go on this thing as well. So not only we got to cut these old perches off, we got to weld on new perches, but there's some braces and there's a bunch of really cool stuff that's got to go on this rear end. So yeah, most certainly be looking forward to that, because that is going to be the next video on the old Colorado. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do smash the like button. Peace, and we will see you on the next one. Later there, Braven.
Later.